Has there ever been a time in your walk with the Lord that you knew that you were in the will of God? When you knew that you were walking in the faith and obedience to His will, and yet you find yourself in the midst of a great storm? In Acts 27, Paul was sailing under God's direction to Rome. He was in God's perfect will and in God's perfect time. Yet we see that Paul was sailing to Rome, not as a missionary, not as an apostle carrying the greatest message ever told, not as a man of God, at least in the eyes of the world and those who considered him as their friend. Paul was traveling under guard and he was under arrest. He was destined to a Roman prison to wait for a long time until the man god Caesar would give him an audience. In Acts 27:1 it says, "And when it was determined that we shall sail into Italy, they delivered Paul and certain other prisoners unto one named Julius, a centurion of Augustus' band." This man of God, Paul, receiving treatment as a criminal, not trusted by those on the ship with him and under surveillance of the Roman centurion, was not only being treated as a criminal, but he was also headed for a great shipwreck, for the ship was caught in the great storm. In Acts 27:14-15, the Bible says, "But not only after there arose against in a gale-forced wind called Euroclydon, and when the ship was caught and could not bear up into any wind, we let her drive." Just imagine this ship. Imagine this ship in a Category 5 hurricane in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. Just imagine that. A wooden ship, be caught in the fury of that storm, be caught in the fury against that massive hurricane. The odds were against them. The sailors did not have the strength to fight the storm on their own, so they had a little choice but to let the wind move the ship for them, wherever they wanted to, wherever the wind wanted to. God knew where the ship was going, for He was directing that. When He was directing the ship broke into pieces. So the centurion ordered all men to abandon ship, soldiers, prisoners alike, to swim to shore. The Bible says that some of them floated on boards, while others used broken pieces of the ship to escape the shore. A storm was sent to destroy Paul, the ship, but God used the storm to bring Paul to the island of Melita, to preach the gospel and to heal the sick of that island. God used Paul, even as a prisoner of Rome, from a shipwreck. He was also bitten by snakes. He was cold and wet to perform the mission for which he was sent to. Certainly this was a blessed man, an anointed man from God. God can turn your circumstances, your troubles, your storms, my storms, your broken pieces, my broken pieces, and turn them into our own good. In Romans 8:28, the Bible says, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to the purpose." Learn to be thankful, guys. Learn to be thankful in all things. God has it all under control. It may seem that all is lost at times, but God will not allow us to be lost. Keep swimming. Keep swimming the shore like the people aboard the ship. You may seem over your head at times. Just keep swimming. We may get weak. You may get weary. Keep on swimming. You may get discouraged. Hang on to the Lord and don't let go. Keep on swimming. You may reach the shore, feeling as though you have been through the greatest storm that life could give to you, but you will make it through. Grab onto a piece of the ship. Hold on tight. Grab a piece of wood as it floats by. God will not let you go down for the count. He will always get you. He got you. Stay blessed, guys.